everyone, and my name is Hila, and today we're gonna read the new book and the new stories. And now the name of the story is Magic Treehouse Merlin Mission Book 25 Shadow of the Shark. I think Jack and Annie are really meeting the shark or just seeing the shark's shadow. That might be a little bit scary. And we're gonna start reading at chapter 1, Dream Vacation, and the Anna reading at chapter 2. And now, are you ready for read this one book with a lot of stories? And now here we go. And first we can read is the Magic Treehouse Merlin Mission Book 25 Shadow of the Shark. Chapter 1 Dream Vacation. Did you see anything amazing? Annie said to Jack. They were standing on the warm sunny shore of Frog Creek Lake, packing up their new swimming gear, flippers, masks, snorkels, and red life vests. Not really, said Jack. Weeds and rocks. Same here, said Annie. How is your new mask? Good, said Jack as he put on his glasses back on. I didn't leak or fog up at all. Great, said Annie, pulling the tunic over her bathing suit. Jack and Annie stepped into the flip-flops. Jack had picked up the waterproofs, swim back into their gear, and handed to the bike rack. I love to snorkel around the coral reef someday, he said. Me too, said Annie. Jack strapped to the bulky bag and racked out over to his back wheel. He and Annie pulled on their helmets and padded out to the lake parking lot. Remember when Rennie and Jenny snorkeled around the coral reef last spring? Said Jack. Oh, right, they went to the place called the Cosmo with their parents, said Annie. They did all kinds of cool stuff. Hey, could we call them? They said they'd be back from Aunt's house by 2. Sure, said Jack. Hold on, stop, said Annie. Jack and Annie had pulled her bikes all over to the side of a quiet road. And Annie reached up to the handbag and put it out to the old cell phone their dad had given them when he got a new model. Hey, we have the text from Rennie. She read the message. Darn, he says they're not coming back until tomorrow. It's okay, let's just go home then, said Jack. He started paddling again and turned back to the corner. He stared up to their street and handed from their house. Jack, stop! Annie called from behind him. Jack had stopped and biked, looking back at Annie. We speeding after him. What's wrong? Was speeding after him. What's wrong? He called. She screeched into the hilt. We have a message from Teddy, she cried, waving a yellow piece of paper. When I put the phone away, I noticed this is in my handlebar bag. How did it get there? Said Jack. I don't know, said Annie. Teddy must have put it there when we were snorkeling. Or maybe my bike was in our yard, or park it in my library, or maybe... Okay, just read it to me, said Jack. Jack stopped his bikes and looked back. Annie read it breathlessly. Jack and Annie, please meet me at the treehouse as soon as possible. Teddy, let's go, said Jack. Annie put on the message back in the bag. And she and Jack had speed up to the street, and when they reached to the edge of a Frog Creek woods, they turned it back and rode their bikes between the trees, bouncing over roots and pine needles and leaves. Teddy hasn't come from Frog Creek for a long time, said Annie. I know, said Jack. I hope nothing wrong back in Camelot, said Annie. I hope Merlin and Morgan are all right. Yeah, and Kathleen, said Jack. And Penny, said Jack, and Arthur, and, well, all of Camelot. Jack and Annie soon came to the tallest oak. The magic tree was back. A freckle-faced teenager with the tossed red hair was leaning out from the window. Teddy! Annie cried, waving. Hello, he called. Climb on up. Annie and Jack pulled up their helmets, left their bikes, and leaning against the tree, and climbed up to the rope ladder. Inside of the tree as they both hugged Teddy. What's happening? Said Jack. Is everyone okay? Oh yes, Camelot is doing quite well, said Teddy. Good, said Annie. Do Merlin and Morgan have a new mission for us? Indeed they do, said Teddy. What did they want us to do? Said Annie. They want you to have a fantastic time, said Teddy. What does that mean? Said Jack. Merlin and Morgan believed they'd never properly thank you for all your hard and dangerous work, said Teddy. Oh, sure they have, said Teddy. They always thank us. Teddy smiled. Well, today they want us to thank you in a very special way. They want to send you on holiday. A holiday? You mean like a vacation? Said Jack. Yes, a vacation. I believe that's what you call it, said Teddy. Oh man, we were just talking about that, said Teddy. Wonderful, said Teddy. Dad, then their timing is perfect. And the question is, where would you most like to go? Well, we were just talking about a place called Cosmo, said Annie. Cosmo, said Teddy. I do not believe I have heard about that land. It's an island at Caribbean Sea, next to the Yucatan Peninsula, said Jack. That's a part of Mexico. We want to go there because of the great place for snorkeling, said Annie. Snorkeling? Said Teddy, whining his nose. What? What is that? Jack laughed. You swim like an ocean and look underwater through the mask and breathe through the fantastic tube, said Annie. Oh, lake isn't great. Our lake isn't great for snorkeling, said Jack, but our friends Rennie and Jenny have been to the beach in Cozumel last spring. And they said the snorkeling is incredible. Oh, I see then. Cozumel is where you should go, said Teddy. He reached into his cog and pulled the wand. He waved a circle over to the treehouse floor, whispering words that Jack couldn't understand except for Cozumel. And slowly, magically, a small paper bag took shape on the floor. Teddy picked up the book. Your travel guide, he said proudly. Cozumel and the Yucatan Peninsula. And he showed the book to Jack and Annie. The cover of a college is a several small paintings and photos. One showed into the large, fancy hotel, and another showed a stone pyramid, and a third showed a person snorkeling. And Teddy had turned a book all over to us to read from the back cover. Visit Cozumel with the Yucatan Peninsula. Stay into the luxury spa hotel. See ancient Mayan pyramid and ruins. Snorkel in the clear blue water of a Caribbean Sea. Oh, my dream vacation, said Annie. I'll get the snorkeling gear, said Jack. I'll grab our phone and take photos, said Annie. Jack and Annie hurried down the rope ladder and took their cell phone from the handlebar bag and put it into the one pocket of the tunic. Jack had grabbed their sling bag and climbed up to Teddy. We're ready, said Annie. Teddy handed her in the travel bag. "Take this guide to you," he said, "and take this too." He reached into his cloak and put it into the green velvet coin purse. He handed the purse to Jack. Jack opened the purse and took out the 3 golden coins. "What are these?" We wanted to have such fun as possible on your holiday," said Teddy. "Each of these coins contains a bit of magic. Throw on into the air and make a wish, and your wish will come untrue." "Seriously, the grade?" said Annie. "Yes," said Teddy. "You may wish for anything. The only requirement that a magic be used help you have fun." "This is going to be the great trip," said Jack. He get to the purse and with the magic coins into his bag. "To Carmel now you must go." "Now?" said Teddy. "But wait, are you sure we don't have a mission for some kind?" said Jack. "They've never been on the journey without an agent of a Morgan and Merlin." "Yes, indeed, you do have a mission," said Teddy. "As I told you, your mission is to have a wonderful time." "Nothing else?" said Jack. "Nothing else," said Teddy with a smile. "Wow," said Annie. "Can you come too and have a wonderful time at the beach with us?" "I wish I could," said Teddy, "but I have to do more errands of Morgan and Merlin today." "None quite as delightful as it one. However, you must tell me all about your journey when we meet again." "Of course we will," said Annie. "Come back to Frog Creek soon." "I plan to," said Teddy. "Do you have all you need?" "Yes," said Jack. "And you don't need to magically change our clothes. We are already dressed for the beach." "Excellent. Go now," said Teddy. And Annie pointed to the cover of a travel guide. "I wish we could go there," she said. "To have a wonderful time," added Jack. The wind started to blow and the treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster and everything was still, absolutely still. Now, Jack and Annie were going to the dream vacation land called Cozumel at Mexico. Now they were going to have a very fun time, but I think they were going to snorkel at the sea, but that sea got a shark. So it might be a little bit scary about it. But Jack and Annie were going to stay in there because they're really brave travelers. Now, did you have fun? US English Country, we come back with some this book, but not this story because it might be a new chapter to read. And now, please thumbs up my YouTube. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a nice day again. Bye.